Marco.
Aye.
What's the update on Aleksandar Mitrović and any other team news or injury worries?
Nothing different from the last game, apart from Mitro. It will be difficult for him to be ready, but you have some more time until tomorrow. And today he was on the pitch already. He was outside, and let's see what will be the news for tomorrow.
So he still has an outside chance?
Will be. It will be difficult, I have to say, but the session this morning, it's good to see him outside. The last few days already outside, doing some specific work, and let's see the reaction from today. And tomorrow we are going to take a decision. Tom Cairney is still out, and as Niskans Cavana.
How would you describe the mood in the squad at the moment, given victory last week against a very good Brighton team, who are also, like yourselves, in and around that position in the table, having a very good season?
As you expected, of course, the mood is really good. It's not really different than the some weeks before. I think we have a group of players that they are really focused. Of course, as all the teams, we need a good results to be confident, to be every match even more confident from the previous one as well. And of course, just with good performance or good results, you can achieve it. But we always believe really in ourselves. We know what competition we are facing, but at the same time, we know our quality as well. And of course, I think it's not surprise to you that the mood is really good.
Do you dream of kind of leading a Fulham team into Europe, and do you think about how big a moment that would be in the club's history? That, of course, they've been to a cup final that gave Fulham fans such special memories. Do you imagine what that would feel like getting them there?
I'm not like the guy that dreams too much. I like to be really to be ambitious. Of course, I am. I think we are showing that on the pitch. Our ambition as a team, our desire to have a will always to go, but not a moment to dream. To dream is for our fans. I like them to dream, to feel really proud of ourselves and keep dreaming for different things. And because the team is showing the ambition, for us it's game by game. You have to go for each game and prepare the best we can the players, and with full ambition to win the football match.
Just away from Fulham at the moment, there was the news of the sad death of João Motson today. I just wondered, did you have any dealings with him or any tribute you'd like to pay?
It's really sad news. I think he's a great figure from the English football, definitely. More for all of you, because so many years in football, BBC as well, and this is really sad news. And of course, all our talks are with him and his family, of course, in this moment. But and this is a tribute that I have to give for him.
And he, like so many, just have a love of this sport, a love of football. And again, the other question I was going to ask you was just this morning, the news about the government and the fan-led review, just how important is it in your view to protect the football pyramid, and have you any reaction to what's come out there?
It's always important to protect everything that the culture of the football, everything in football. It's really important, but at the same time, it's important to have the right people taking the right decisions in football. It's important people that knows the football take the decisions for the football. If not, we'll become a mess. This is the right balance that you have in everything about culture, and that is one of the most important things in England, definitely in Premier League, that you feel in Championship too. You feel the culture of this football every single day, every single match, and of course the people that is taking care of the decisions and that is in the top of the pyramid, as you said. They have to understand the football as well. This is the only thing. Of course, I don't have all the details to make more comments on that. Okay.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
Last week I asked you about what kind of a contest we could expect between Fulham and Brighton. What kind of a contest do you think we can expect tomorrow night against Wolves?
Will be tie game. Definitely will be. I think they are going to be the details that are going to decide that match tomorrow. This is my feeling right now. Of course, I know that they are not in a normal position for them in the last few seasons. I think they normally you can see them in the seasons before in the top half of the table every time. It's probably something new for them this season. They are improving. I think even if they lost last game, the results before that they were. We can see some improvements there, some better results, some Getting the 3 points in some games, of course, make them to be in better position right now and much more confident. It will be a tough game. Very good players, good manager. They improved from the last. When Lopetegui came, you can see some improvements as well, and it will be a tough game. A team that they spent big amount of money last summer. In January they did more or less the same, and they want always to improve the squad, and it will be a tough one. But as you know, it will be tough for them as well. They come to play against us at Cottage. We are in a very good moment, and of course we want to keep going.
You mentioned the manager. How do you view the impact he's had at Wolves since he arrived?
He have a very good impact. Of course, I have to say, you can see that in the results. You can see the confidence in their team as well, of course. But Premier League is really tough, and you never know what is going to happen. Of course, they come from two very good results, and last week against Bournemouth they lost the game. Premier League is tough. You never expect a easy game, and as always, I have to say to you that of course you can see the improvements from that moment. We analyze them, we know what they are able to do, they are capable to do, but of course our focus is ourselves, what we can do or not, and how strong we can be playing at home with our fans behind.
What challenges does it bring when you are playing a team who is fighting for survival?
Okay, I think it's not something new for us, because of course now you are in a very good position in the table. But beginning of the season, some moments you were there around, and we did our job, and this is what they are going to do, and what they keep doing right now. Of course, they are fighting really hard to go out for their position. 3 weeks ago we have a game with Southampton at home, and was more or less the same thing. That game was tough for us. How they fought for all the moments, all the balls as well. And again, we have to be at our best level to be really competitive and to fight for the 3 points.
And one final question from me. Fulham have lost just one of your last 17 games in the Premier League against teams below you in the table. How much was that a key part of your strategy, perhaps, going into this season, that you wanted to make sure that you got the points against those teams?
It is important, but I think it's just a coincidence from something that happened from our games, from our performance, and because I remember probably after the World Cup break, sometimes you were asking me why the team is not getting results against the top 6, and I said to you, it will be a matter of time for us to change it, and we did it. And of course, if you can be stronger against all the teams in this competition, is a perfect scenario for us, because we prepared the game really to don't look for the position in the table, where they are, what we did this week to play against Wolves is the same we are going to do in 2 weeks to play against Arsenal, for example, or what we are going to do next week to prepare the game against Leeds or against Brentford is the same, or what we did 2 weeks ago against Sunderland and the Championship side. We don't change anything. Okay, focus, analyze, of course, we respect the quality they have, and the focus is on ourselves.
Okay. Jack, you have questions for this section? Okay, great. So we'll finish off the broadcast section with Ian from TalkSport, and then we'll
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much has this season so far been, I won't say a bonus, but you wouldn't have foreseen at the beginning of the season that you'd be in 6th place in the table and go for a quarter-final of the FA Cup?
It's not a bonus. I think it's the boys, they deserve it. I think our players, they deserve what we have achieved so far. But we want more. We want to keep improving. Of course, after the position at the table, we are going to see what will be. Of course, all of you know, and everybody knows how it's difficult to be in this position. How it's difficult for any club in this competition, and more for clubs like us to finish in these positions in the end of the season. And because that, we don't lose 1 second thinking around that, to be honest. Okay, as I said, the fans, they can dream, our players, they can speak, but our normal shots, our normal conversation to prepare the games, we don't talk about positions at the table. We talk about the 3 points that they are ahead of us for us to compete. And next week we are going to talk about, we want really to be in the quarters final of FA Cup, and will be the game against Leeds that will be the most important for us, and it's always the way we are going. If it's a bonus or not, I don't know. I think it's more a consequence from our performance and the great job that our players they have been doing so far.
How do you keep the players hungry? Because I mean, once they get to the position they are now, I'll say it again to you like I did 2 weeks ago, you're not going to go down. How do you keep them focused and hungry so that their levels don't drop off?
Because firstly, they know the standards. They know that we have to keep always our standards there, not just on the match day, every single day of the week. That is our standards. We have to work on that. I have to say, and they listen from me many times, we are pleased with the way we are performing. We are really proud of the way we are making our fans happy every single time and proud of us. But they know as well that I'm demanding from them more and more and more. And a good example is our last game. We won the game. We showed the resilience. We showed the capacity to believe until the last minute. But we didn't perform at our best level. And our conversation during the week is what we have to improve from the last game as well. And it's always like that. Even if you got a good result, we have to improve from that game.
Pre-season, a lot of the conversation was, can Aleksandar Mitrović score goals in the Premier League? Not many were talking about your defence in the last couple of games, clean sheet with Chelsea, clean sheet with Brighton. Is that almost been overlooked, the success of how strong you are at the back?
I think is being one of the most improvements from ourselves, and more after the World Cup break. Before the World Cup break, of course, we were pleased the way we started the season, the way we were performing, the position, the table, that things. But one of the things that we knew and we analyzed, we spoke with the players in that international break, that the World Cup break, that we have to improve. In some moments we were sloppy, we conceded some sloppy goals. Even if you are a team that likes to play in the front foot, you like to be, and you are an offensive team, you have to be much more balanced in some moments, much more play with more focus in certain moments. Of course, is a fact. Before the World Cup break, we kept 3 clean sheets in 15 games. The last 9 we kept 5. Of course, is one of the biggest improvements from ourselves. And start on the top. The back line is important. Ben Leno is being fantastic in our goalkeeper position, but start on the top, start the way we start to press with our striker, our players in the attack line, of course, but of course we have to highlight the back line. Last game is a good example how they did so well, our back line plus the goalkeeper, and of course I'm really pleased for them because they have been working hard to get the standards that we want.
They may or may not be too busy against Wolves because I think I'm right in
saying...
Do you
think?
Well, I don't know, I mean, I haven't seen a Wolves striker score a goal for, I don't think, the whole of this season. It's mainly from midfield that goals have come. So have you been looking at that this week?
I understand what you are saying, but when you have Jimenez, when you have Diego and Mateus Cunha that they signed last January, is a top player, and like I know if Jimenez is in his best level, is a top striker in Premier League, and now even they have Diego that with the experience that he has at his level, he can be always a threat. And when you have around the striker players, the players they have, they can be always a threat for any team. I understand what you said because it's a fact, but of course we believe that they can punish you if you are switch off in any moment. They are really strong in counter-attack with skillful players in that moment. Of course, they have a player like Ruben that can score in many areas of the pitch as well, and you have to be aware of everything. And of course, you have to keep the focus in the strikers because we believe that they can punish you if you are not in your best level.
And my last one, I mean, you're very grounded. You're just keeping focused on what you can look ahead to the next game. But the fans, their expectation is going up and up and up week by week. How do you keep the fans' expectations a lid on that? Because that's a lot harder. You can't control that. You can't speak to them every week.
No, and I don't want to control them, really. Let them to dream, that they believe in the team. I think is not a problem. We have to do our job, and what we can control is ourselves. My job is to control the players, to make them prepare well them for the match. Okay, if the fans, they are believing more and more in ourselves, if they are dreaming with something, it's not a problem. And that show that they believe in ourselves and they are enjoying and they are proud of ourselves. That is a good thing for us. What I asked them from the first day I joined the football club, I want them always behind the team. In the good days, in the good moments, when the game is not going for us, and last game is a very good example that that end of the pitch there, the way they support the team, some moments that we were in the back foot, and we are a little bit down, and the way they support the team, they make the players to believe that we can go and we won the game. I think was a fantastic feeling for them. Is what they have to do. And if they believe, no problem. If they dream, no problem. We have to keep doing well our job and keep ourselves, not ourselves, but the players with the feet on the ground. And they are. They know how is difficult the competition. And if the players, the fans, they believe, fantastic for us, no problem.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.